What's up everyone, it's Tim from Everyday Tactical Vids, and what you're looking at here is a variety of different items we've talked about in our videos, and I just want to give you an update on some of the items that we have here as well as some future reviews that will be coming up real soon. So let me just jump into it. First item you see here is the Jimmy Wallet X, and if you look on the back there should be a clear clip here where you can put money underneath, and that just snapped off, so you might be able to see in there's just a little bit left of the clear portion that was holding the clip. I had this for probably 2.5 to 3 years. It finally broke. It's been a good wallet. This hinge did not have any issues. You would think that would be the weak spot, but that's actually held up quite well. I did contact them to see if they would replace it for me. I haven't heard back yet, but I will let you know with an update when I finally hear back from them, or if I never hear back from them. So Jimmy Wallet, good wallet, probably around a little bit less than 15 bucks, but eventually that portion did snap off. So couple other things to talk about. Kershaw tension, I reviewed this a while ago. Like the knife, like this nice broad blade that it has here. Let me turn it around this way. Nice broad blade that it has here. This is, I did find out eventually, this is a special, I think, that they only sell at Cabela's. Every once in a while some of those big stores, Walmart, Cabela's, other stores have the companies make specific knives that are only sold in those locations. This has been a good knife. I actually have this on my EDC as a backup, my EDC bag as a backup blade, but I've enjoyed using this, and it has stayed quite sharp despite the fact I have used it quite a bit over the past handful of months. I've talked about the Sharpie, the Sparky, and I mentioned this a while ago. I can still get a spark out of it if I do have it open. You can probably see there, let me hold it up, a little bit melted there on this portion. When you do close it up like this, you should be able to squeeze it to open it. I did take the rubber orange coating off, and you just can't do that. So you have to get a little blade tip in there to pull it out, or a little pair of pliers or something like that. So I did like this a lot, but it hasn't held up as far as that function, and especially for an ultimate survival option, I want to make sure that it actually does, it does last. It's not something that's going to break on me when I'm out in a survival situation. So the spark it puts off, it works quite well, but that is kind of a concern for me that, this portion, which is a major portion of the fire starter, doesn't function. So update there. Kershaw needs work. Still love this blade, like the style. Definitely a cool blade. The one issue that I continue to have, show you the opening here. Do it this way for you. Opens really fast. The one issue I continue to have is just the size of it. My hand keeps falling off the back of the blade. So again, I'm 6'2". Maybe I've got slightly bigger hands than the average person, but still that's a little bit too small for me. I like something a little bit larger, but still a cool blade. Kershaw needs work. My EDC blade that I've been using a ton, Benchmade Griptilian 550. This is the modified sheep's foot, and I've been using this all the time. It's actually pretty beat up right now. I got to clean it up a bit, but this has been a fantastic blade. Love it. Ran me about $90 or so at a local sporting goods store here, and it's just been awesome. And comparing this guy, I'll just show it upside down here, but this guy to the needs work, get a nice full grip on this, and you can see I've still got a little bit left over here. Some people think this is kind of big for an EDC blade, but I like it a lot. It's just right for what I want to do, and I'm actually looking into maybe a slightly larger blade for an EDC, but been very, very happy with the Benchmade Griptilian. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is the full auto Gerber Propel in tan, as you can see. The one issue I have is that while I do live in New Hampshire and you can have full auto, I do travel a lot between Massachusetts, Maine, and New Hampshire, and the law does change a lot. So that does make me feel like I'm not super excited to carry it. Not because the blade isn't good. I have enjoyed using it. It does need to get a little bit cleaned up here. But because it is full auto, that does make a difference. So just keep that in mind. If you live in a state that does allow full auto, but you travel to other places, be careful with traveling out of state with that type of blade. Moving on here, ATAX baseball hat. Love it. Keep this in my car as a standard, just if I need a baseball hat at some point. This is the Condor version with mesh in the back. That is a win. What else here? Gerber Chard. This is a cool little item. Got a lot of views on this one. Keep this on my keychain. You can see it is starting to wear as far as just the black, as the coating is coming off, but great little item, and I have used it quite a few times. I do have a new item from Schrade that's similar to this that I'll be throwing onto my keychain to see how that works out. So that's the Gerber Chard. BK2 from Becker. This thing is all beat up, as you can see. Was just using it for a class that I was teaching, maybe I think last weekend. But it's been a great knife, very solid, as you can tell, just super strong, super good, solid construction. One thing I have found is that the blade is a little bit thick for what I like for a bushcrafting knife. We'll talk about another option that I'm going to be looking into soon. But overall, still quite happy with it. Just I find, you know, trying to choke up on it and do some really fine work sometimes is hard to do just because of the sheer size of the blade. But BK2 still gets a thumbs up from Everyday Tactical Vids. Alright, let's see what else here. Arc'teryx hat. Did a review on this. Love it. Awesome hat. Continues to be my favorite hat. The weather's getting cool. This guy's going to be worn a lot very soon. I haven't done a review on this, but this is Clean Canteen. They're stainless steel canteen, and then a nesting cup that it fits right into. Let me just pull back here so you can see. That's what it looks like. Pathfinder School, Dave Canterbury's school has one similar to this. I think they have the Pathfinder logo on them, but I think they're made by Clean Canteen. Haley Strategic makes ones, or has ones, I think, that are made by Clean Canteen, just with the Haley Strategic logo. If they're not made by Clean Canteen, they're very, very similar. But the nesting cup that fits into this, as you can see, I have used this to cook over the fire, but very worthwhile investment, these two items together. Couple future reviews. Got the Streamlight Micro Stream that's coming up. I'll talk about my Surefire Fury, which has been a very cool light, but this is going to be a future review, as well as the Stylus Pro. Very cool lights. I've got some buddies who run with these as an EDC lights, and these are really quite nice, at least according to them, and then I'll review it. Spool tool. This has been great. I actually threw one of these in my range bag, and then I have one in my everyday carry bag. Continue to love this. I have actually used it a bit. It is nice to have the lighter on there, not just to, you know, seal up the end of the paracord, but also just now you have a fire option if you're out in the woods. So spool tool has been great. Couple final things. This is my Maglite that I swapped out the LED and the push button. So it's got a LED bulb in it now. That's been really good. I would highly recommend that. The LED bulb I just think is much better. And I've actually got a Surefire that doesn't have an LED bulb, so I'm going to buy the conversion kit for that as well. But Magpul with the LED bulb. Turn it on here. Nice light. Very basic, simple, not super expensive. I honestly don't know why, but I've gotten a lot of views on this Coleman magnesium and ferro rod kind of built into one. It's a cool basic item. You know, it's like less than $5 probably at Walmart or some places like that, but it does seem to work well. It will throw a spark. Let me grab my BK2 here. Just show you real quick. There we go. So as you can see, works fine. You know, your basic ferro rod and magnesium, but yeah, a lot of people are interested in this, so they were checking it out on Everyday Tactical Vids. But very basic item, but like I said, does the job. Another item I've used a bit, my Corona folding saw. Let me pull this back here a little bit. Great saw. Have had no issues with it whatsoever. I think I mentioned one in the review that I got it at Lowe's, and so I've kept the receipt in case it does break on me, but this thing's been awesome. Very cool item. Something you can just throw in your car too, you know, if you ever you know, want to get out and do some bushcrafting, but you're like, oh, I forgot my saw. Boom, folds up nice and small. You can throw it in your car, throw it in your trunk, whatever it might be. Schrade Survival Axe, still love it. Very basic, not super expensive. Got your fire starter built into the, or going to be stored in the handle here, as you can see. Let me get that in there. But very cool item. You can see a lot of my blades I got to clean up. I just haven't spent time doing that. So that's that. Surefire Fury, awesome. Had to swap out batteries to put some new ones in. Again, this is the 15 and 500 option. There it is, Surefire Fury. I do find that this is a bit heavy, so when I have my cargo jeans on, there's a pocket on the right leg. I just slide it into the pocket and it rides perfectly. If I do just have jeans that have a cargo pocket, it does shift around quite a bit, so that's why I'm also going to be using the stream lights that I show you as EDC when I'm not carrying that guy. Excuse me, they're bumping the camera. A lot of people have asked about this. This is the Gerber Machete. This is the full-size one. You know, people are asking about it and what I think of it. Quite honestly, I just haven't used it very much. I did the review on it. I beat it up a little bit. Seems to be holding up fine. people love and hate this thing. They either use it and it's great and they have no issues with it, or some people say I got it out in the woods and within 3 days the thing broke on me. So we'll be doing a future video about Gerber and quality control and some of the changes they're making and some of the challenges that they've faced as far as how the public has perceived them. But we'll be talking about that in the future. But unfortunately, I can't give you a ton of information on this item because I just haven't used it a ton. Another item you see here, let me just bring this into view. This is the LA Police Gear Jumbo Bailout Bag, and this was my survival bag I kept in my trunk. I've swapped it out and made it into a range bag. Review is coming on that pretty soon. Future review here, this is from Condor Outdoor. Open this up real quick, there you go. This is the Barracuda, and it's a, do that a little bit faster, there you go. Flipper design, and we'll talk about that. If you've seen the Max Expedition knives, it does have some similarities to those knives, but I'll show you there. It says Condor. Yeah, you can see that. They do have this in serrated and not serrated. It's going to run you around $30 or $35, but review coming on that real soon. And let's see, 2 more things to talk about. I've been getting a bunch of items from Schrade to review. This is one of their multi-tools. So, comes in this cool little pouch. Review coming on this guy soon, and I'll just show you very quickly. The thing that makes this a little bit unique compared to some Leathermans and some of the Gerber options out there. So this unfolds like so, but you can see in the back that all your tools are exposed. So instead of them being on the insides or outsides of the handles, it's actually in the back here. So coming up soon, a review on that. Oops. And last but not least, from Spyderco. Met these guys out at SHOT Show. Very good people. Love their products. Let me show you what we have in here. I did take this out the other day to look at it, and then I repackaged it properly, but this is, take this off, I really packaged it up nicely. Spyderco Bushcraft UK. So I'll be getting out into the woods and using this, and you can see even on this Bushcraft, this beefy knife, they got the little cutout hole there. But review on this guy coming up very soon. Just a lovely knife. I love how they package it too. They protect the tip, they protect this, protect the blade ×2, and then I'll show you what the sheath looks like real quick. But a leather sheath that comes with it. So, and I think that's it. All right, so those are a bunch of items that we have reviewed, and we'll be getting more reviews out for you soon. There's the update on a variety of different things. The videos that will be coming out soon have a lot of different things we're talking about, from multi-tools to more knives, quick tips, things like that. So check back often. Thanks for checking out this video. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Tumblr, and we'll be on Instagram soon. Take care, guys.